Hey, and in this video today I'm going to be doing a walk around of my actual simulator rig and everything that's bolted to it. A few of you guys have reached out to me and said that you want to have a look at it and see exactly what I've got, so that's what I've done. So let's get into today's video. So here we are, guys. I'm just going to have a quick walk round of my rig, just a brief rundown of everything that I've got, and I'll just talk you through everything. We'll start here at the back. I've got a Bride bucket seat, which is actually a recliner. It's approximately 4 years old now, maybe even 5, and I'm just running some creative speakers mounted on a bracket at either side, and I'm also running a microphone. I run the wire down here, as you can see, and then down through some loom and down and into the bottom there and running along. And the reason why I've done this is just so I don't have to wear an headset all the time. The microphone picks me up well enough for like Discord, so when I'm online with my friends I can, you know, chat to them. I don't have to wear the headset all the time, which, you know, you get really hot with. I'm running a ProSim H-pattern shifter at the moment. I do run the sequential, which is down there a lot, which is like the AliExpress copy of the GT Porsche style shifter, or the manufacturer. I've got a OMP 300mm wheel, what I use for like caterhams, escorts, radicals, you know, things where it's sort of like a small steering wheel. I tend to use it for that. Sometimes I do use that for the escorts as well, because that's a 320mm style deep dish. That's like my GT freestyle wheel with the paddle shifters on, all made here at home. I've made some magnetic paddle shifter mounts, used a spacer, and then just obviously just get that out so you can see it. Like I said, the paddle shifter mounts are actually real carbon fibre. I got them off a guy on eBay. Just made the button box myself on the 3D printer. So that's that. Obviously I've got the Corsair wireless headset on there on the headphone hook. Just a little cup holder that everybody needs, and like I said, my phone holder. I'm also running a Hoofskin Veld handbrake. I bought that in like 2016. I've had it ever since. It's in an upright position because I tend to like it that for the drifting. Also I've got a gear indicator. I got this off AliExpress quite a while ago. Again, another great bit of kit when you're drifting. I just made like a little 3D printed bracket so I can slide it up and down. So yeah, just made this bracket so it's easily slidable in the channel, so I can set it to the height that I want exactly. Sometimes when I play on games where this is covering the screen, when I'm on like a GTA or a shoot 'em up, I can just slide it out of the way and then it doesn't interfere with my screen. This is a 5-inch screen that I've made myself again. It's just a HDMI output. It all runs through SimHub. It's all controlled by my Stream Deck, so if I just go into this settings tab here and then just click on SimHub, it should just load up automatically the dashboard once SimHub loads up. As you can see, it's loading up now. And as you can see, it automatically puts on the dashboard that I want to run, which again is already all preset within SimHub. Again, I use a Stream Deck. All these buttons I've managed to get from, you know, like race department or YouTube or online, or I've made some myself. Like these Discord buttons, I made them myself. I just got the Discord logo. Just get that focused in a little bit better. yeah, these Discord buttons I made myself. I just used the Discord logo and then I had a plus and minus. I'll do a rundown on how to use Stream Deck. If anybody wants to see that, then just drop a comment below in the description, and I'll do a rundown on how to do all that with Stream Deck if you're wondering, and how you can set these buttons up so that obviously when you press it goes blue, so that you know that your headlights are on. Obviously it don't have to go blue, it can go any colour you want, but I just do that because that's like a main beam colour in a vehicle. You know, if you turn it off, turn it on, you know, and so on. And this is my button box that I use for Assetto Corsa. As you can see, we've got reset to pits. I can change my dashboards again, so if I just get it into shot and just click on the dash, as you can see we scroll through different dashboards. For instance, that one, I can also press this button here and that'll change the screen type and so on. Obviously I can turn the wipers on, the wiper speed, I can turn them off, change the brightness of the lights in the game, the horn, and then I also have this here. I have a little settings, like a second page, and what I've got there is I've got like mute microphone, mute speakers. I can just do that through Stream Deck, which is connected to some software that I've got. Again, I can turn the volume of the game up and down. I can turn the sound of the Discord so I can hear the voices better. This is to turn the brightness up and down of my screen, and also the blue light filter. And this here lets me just mute Discord or mute all. And again, as you can see, when you press them, you get like a little red sign to say it's muted, like no entry sign type thing. And also I have my mirrors here, so when I'm in the game in Assetto, I can adjust my mirrors up and down, left and right, and I can select the next mirror by just pressing the center button. Again, another good feature of having a Stream Deck, because if you do use Assetto, you'll notice that when you're changing the mirrors you click your mouse a lot, whereas this you can just simply hold the button down and it just moves the mirror up, moves it down. Can hear it bonging in the background because we're not in the game. And then I've just got different profiles, so obviously that's like my desktop profile with all my apps and stuff. Also I have just a general one there for like volume, again for brightness of screen, and I use something called Iris for that. This is my button box that I use for Automobilista 2, so I can move my seat up and down, back and forth, tilt it, camera angle, again, lights on, lights off, ignition, start button, as you can see there. I've just used like a Windows image there, so it sort of just says start. I don't know if you can see that, if it'll focus in. You can get a closer look. Obviously I've got force feedback. If I want names on, and again we can go into a settings tab and I've got all things in there as well, similar to Assetto. This is the same sort of layout but for race department when I use that, and then this is for like Grand Theft Auto when I'm online with that, and then this is just a general one, so I can, if I'm in desktop mode, I can just have volume and so on, and you just create these pages. I can launch the equalizer and so on. So here we are back. I do have other profiles, but they're just not active at the moment, so I don't have to cycle through lots of profiles. So that's a quick rundown of that. I'm running Samsung 32-inch monitors, the 4K. I'm running DP leads, 8K ones, so that they're fast enough to produce the image quality. And I'm really happy with these monitors. The clarity is really good, very, very nice on the eye. I don't know if the camera will really get that, but everything's really clear. I'm running the Asus bezel free kit. Now I've had a lot of problems setting these up, purely because you know, they're not designed for these monitors, so it becomes very difficult to get them to work, get them at the right angle. If you put them more of an angle like they're supposed to be, then I really struggle to get rid of the bezels, because as you can see the bezels are quite thick, so even if you overlap one behind, because they're like a curved back, it's very difficult to get them right. So I've got them something like now, you know, the best I can, but you know, you can only do what you can do, and that's all I can do with them at the moment. Obviously that's my webcam that I run when I'm talking to people or if I do a video. That's my race flag. It's a 64 LED flag, and all I've done there is just mount it on some extrusion, mounted on some brackets at the back so it can come up and I can adjust it to the height I want. I just literally wanted it showing, even though that looks like it's low when I'm sat in the seat, it's at the perfect height because I can just see it. As you can see, it just sits like so. So that's great for like yellow flag, blue flag. You know, I just got it turned down so it's not too bright, but as soon as sun comes off track, it flashes left and right yellow or blue, etc. It stands out, so that's a good thing. Custom made brackets for my monitor mounts, these clips and stuff for the wire tidying. I've used like a wiring loom harness so I can run all my wires in. I've run 2 USB hubs at the back there, and my adjustable voltage regulator for the butt kicker, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I've just basically got 2 USB hubs there, so all the USB devices come up through the loom and into there, apart from the wheel. I've got the wheel directly into the back of the PC. As you can see, there's a loom just there coming round the back and then into the PC, so it's directly in, so I don't have any issues there. Only things I sort of run through here are like my peripherals, like, you know, the webcam, the powered hubs as well, so obviously they're good, but I just think that the wheel wants to be directly in, as it, you know, it's a direct drive motor. It's going to need to get a good signal from the USB port so that it doesn't have any issues, and I've found that, you know, that's the best way to do it. Others probably have it into the hub and don't have any issues, but for me that just works. I'm running the BJ Sim Racing pedal set. I got these in 2020, before England was involved in Brexit, so I got them at a relatively good price. Didn't have to pay any import on them. I'm really happy with these. I've modified the brake pedal. I've put a different spring in there, just so that it gives it a bit of give. It's sort of like a medium to a harder spring and then to the dampers, so I get a bit more travel because these pedals are quite stiff, so the brake pedal can be sort of only move sort of that much. And it's a little bit stiff, especially when you're like drifting and you need to left foot brake, you're not getting much use. Again, the throttle and everything's really good. I've got it set to how I like it, nice and smooth. The clutch again is also nice and soft. When I say soft, it just feels like a real clutch. It's got that nice give, and because of the angle of the spring, when it gets so far, it sort of collapses and feels like when the clutch plate moves and the fingers on the pressure plate collapse. So it's a really good feel. I've got, like I said, I've got the brakes pedal set up now to how I like it. It's on the BJ Sim Racing alloy base plate, which is about 8mm thick. It's really heavy duty, so it only needs fixing on 2 points, which I've done there, and then it doesn't move at all, and then the pedals are mounted to the plate. I don't even need mounting at the back because obviously as you push the pedal, the plate's trying to lift, so it's never going to come back this way, and because it's so heavy, I've had 0 issues with that at all, so that's not a problem. So my keyboard is a Corsair K55 RGB. I've just got it running white at the minute, and what I've done is I've mounted it on a TV stand, a monitor TV mount. One of my friends has done this and I thought it was a really good idea, so I copied it, basically, so you can use it like a desktop as well. You can just swing it to exactly where you want it. It's easy, it makes it easier for getting in and out, or just basic position of where you want the keyboard. So obviously I run my mouse here, and when I made this little sort of like mouse mat material with like padding, again just made it on some brackets and some extrusion just so it's nice and sturdy, so I can have something to rest my arm on. And then obviously when I'm racing, what I tend to do is I just tend to push this out the way, and then, you know, your keyboard's out the way, it doesn't show either. You could turn the lights off on the RGB, but it's just as easy to quickly flick it away. And then again, if you want to just get it back round quick, or, you know, if you want to do some desktop work, it moves into position really easy. So I like that idea, and that's why I copied him. With that, I'm running an 80/40 obviously extrusion rig with some heavy duty bracketry. These have these you know, really good solid M8 bolts. It's nice and sturdy, and as you can see, the monitor mounts there are on like a plate what's built into the inside of the uprights, and then that's bolted to there, so again it's nice and sturdy, very strong. These monitors are not too heavy, so I don't really have an issue with that. But yeah, the rig itself is solid. I'm only on an 80-40 base because I'm not on motion, and then 40-40 across there, and just made some little brackets again here, just so that I can get the seat to the height that I want. Again, like I said, it's a nice solid mount. I've just put some like cross bracing on here, just to hold the support of these arms, because they're on like a articulated elbow, and it just takes all the sag out of it by cross bracing it. And I just drilled into through the profile there, put a T-nut in, and then I just literally put the bolt through, slid it into this channel here, like I've done with these, and then you just put your Allen key through and tighten it up. That keeps that solid up against this piece, and then I put the elbows on, the gusset brackets, just for extra support. But that's not going anywhere. It's same on both sides. It's really, really strong when you mount it that way. Again, my friend told me about that. Another technique of how to assemble this sort of extrusion. So if you're wanting any information on little tips and tricks, then just drop it in comments below and I'll answer you, no problem. If you want to ask me any questions about my rig or what I've done, then like I said, just drop a comment. So that's that. Down there there's a subwoofer for my surround sound system, and obviously there's a speaker there and a speaker just there, and I've just got them on adjustable brackets so you can slide them up and down. Then what I've done is I've got a butt kicker, and I've got the knob sound amp, which I've done another video on if anybody wants to check that out, on the bass shakers. And all I've done with that is mounted it underneath on the extrusion, and then it's all I just hold the power on, let go, lights up blue, tells we're in PC mode, and then we can adjust the gain up and down like so, or just control it manually within SimHub. But it's just on the fly there, so it's easy. As you can see, when my wheel's on, it's just literally down there, so I can just literally just tweak it and adjust it while I'm racing, just to get the right feel if I'm not happy with it. I've made a USB female mount there, so I can just, you know, plug my steering wheel in when I'm racing. I can just plug that in so that it works with the buttons and the paddle shifters and so on. So I've got the emergency stop there, purely because I had it actually up there around the other side, and once the wheel started to spin quite badly out of control, and I couldn't really reach it quickly, and I didn't want to tear my wire to pieces on my wheels, so I just thought next time if I needed it, I'd like to be able to kick it with my foot, you know, and just tap it with my ankle or whatever. So that's why I put it there. It's well out the way, you're never going to catch it with your feet, you know, it's well out the way. Never have an issue with it, so it's not a problem. I just think it's a good position to have it. Others might disagree. If you're in a race and you caught it, I suppose it probably ends your race, but I don't had any issues yet. Again, the wheelbase is just mounted on some 40-40, and it's just on gusset brackets either side to hold it down nice and strong, so it's adjustable, so I can slide it in and out, and then obviously it's adjustable up and down on this channel, and I've got it set to basically so it's just under the monitor, so it comes out, so it just feels like it's coming out the dashboard like it would with the 5-inch screen there. You know, it just makes it have that nice realistic immersion. So that's that. This is just a little mouse holder that I made so I can put my mouse in. My Corsair mouse is just on charge in the other room. And then the PC, so I'm running a RTX 3090 Founders Edition, and I bought the support bracket for this in anodized red from Amazon, purely because I didn't like the weight of it on the motherboard. I thought it was sagging quite a lot, so that's why I did that. I'm running a Corsair cooler. I don't know if we can see that very well, guys. Let me just pull my PC out. There we go. I'll just pull it out a little bit. So I'm running the Corsair cooler. I'm running a i9 9900K. I got that last year when it was pretty much brand new. Obviously it's a bit outdated now, but PC's outdated straight away. I'm running Corsair fans, obviously the Corsair radiator, which is up there with the liquid cooling with the 2 Corsair fans. Obviously I don't run a cover on the side because I don't like to have a cover on. I prefer it to be off just to let all the heat out. Some people like to have the you know, the pulling in system and pulling out, but the way I see it is, if it can't be trapped in, it can't get hot. This runs really well even in 4K. I'm running a Corsair AX1200i power pack PSU, and I've just put a fan on top on some magnets. It does have a built-in fan, but it was intermittent. It seemed to have like a fault and I weren't happy with it. Started to smell once. I could smell like not a burning smell as such, but I could smell something getting hot, and so I just thought it wouldn't hurt to put a controlled fan on there, you know, with the just get focused again, you know, just with the control of MSI Dragon Center, because it's an MSI Z39A chipset. So it's an MSI Z39A Carbon Gaming Pro motherboard. That's what I'm running, and I'm really happy with that motherboard. I'm really happy with the setup. In fact, it runs really smooth. I'm running 16 gigabyte of 4400 megahertz RAM, which is Patriot Viper. Again, good memory. I'm happy with it. I was running more, but obviously I'm not running nowhere near 16 gigs, so I just took 2 sticks out just to stop it from using so much bandwidth, just to help it run more efficiently, really, because there's no need to have it in for what I use it for. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm running 2 M.2. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Let me just see if I can get this round so I can show you guys. As you can see there, that's the Corsair. When I say you can see, I don't know if you can. I'm running the Corsair MP600 M.2. That's a 2 terabyte hard drive. I've just upgraded to this recently, and I've run a M.2 256 gig Samsung 870 Evo in the operating system. So running 2 really good hard drives. Again, really happy with this setup for what I've got. I was really lucky to get the 3090. I got it from Scan Computers in the UK. I got it at retail, so I dropped on there as the, you know, as the prices really did increase. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously I didn't tell you about the bass shaker under the pedals. Don't know if we can see that with the camera. You can just about see the parts coming out there. And also I'm running one under my seat there. So again, really good immersion from the bass shakers. I think I've pretty much covered my rig tour. I don't think there's really much else I need to talk about there. I think I've pretty much gone from the back to the front and covered everything. Again, if you want to ask any questions, drop it down in the comments below. I'll just give you a quick tour of the actual room in general of where I've got my rig. So these are my RC drift cars. I do a lot of RC drifting, or I used to do when I had more time. I used to be very serious with it, not so much now. So as you can see, I've got an MST, for them that know, a Yokomo Dib which I've converted to rear wheel drive, and an old MST XXX. Also I've got the ProSim sequential just sat up on the shelf. I do use it sometimes, depending on what car I'm in, but as people might know, this shifter's quite loud. No, I know that was echoing through the display cabinet there, but you know, it's still quite loud. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown. There's my trophy that I won in 2016 UK Drift Championships for winning the championship. I've got the Mark II Escort canvas up there, which I'm actually going to put over there. I just need to get it mounted. Again, just my body shells. Another Mark II Escort, it's like the Zack Speed one. That's just another canvas that I've got up there, because again, I like the Mark II Escort. It's got a RGB light in the corner for on a night for a nice ambient light. and my friend actually had an Audi RS4, B7 Audi RS4, and he got the wingback seats because his was the executive model, it didn't come with them, so he had the seats already installed in his car, and he said to me, would you like these seats? So I said, yeah, please. So he gave me them, and then another friend of mine actually made the actual base for it and everything, and we just constructed like a side, and I just painted it grey to match the walls, so when my friends come round and we're having a bit of a race, there's somewhere to sit, and they've got a cup holder for the drinks, so while you're sat waiting for your turn, you know, you're not just stood up, you're in a good position, you can see the race going on properly. So yeah, it's really good. Got a built-in fan up there on the wall which is remote controlled, so I've just put the actual remote there, so it's behind my wheel, and then I can just click that on, change the speed. Again, just another little idea to keep me cool when you're racing. It's just nice to be able to press a button and cool your send down. That's Bailey deciding that he wants to go. Where you going, Bailey? Do you want to go out? There you go. Go. So that was a quick rundown of everything. My rig, the actual man cave, if you like. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel and check out all my other videos. I'm going to be putting plenty of content, and like I've said, it's going to be my main focus now. And hit that bell notification so that you get all my future content coming up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
From the first time, I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I'm with you.